Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Chad's Walking with Wildlife channel. I'm Chad.
And I'm Blair.
We're here to bring you a very special video, one that I personally feel is all too often overlooked, but has to rank up there as one of the top subjects that should be in your survival arsenal. Do you like that word, arsenal?
Yeah.
Toolkit, should I
do.
say?
Well, arsenal, toolkit,
I don't
knowledge base.
I don't mess up all that too often, Blair. But I did right there with my English, unfortunately. So, anyway, that subject is whooshing, knife safety. We're going to go over some basic facts for you to help prevent injuries in the field. Now, we're going to do our little disclaimer here. Blair and I in no way, shape, or form say that these are the number one best answers, nor do we say these are the always go-to answer. Her and I know more than you can ever know. I think that's the beginning of a song, isn't it?
Probably.
It probably is. It sounded like it when I sang it, but
it could be now.
it's
Look
gonna
out, Blake
be.
Shelton.
Yeah. Forget this YouTube stuff. We got it. Hang on, we're gonna go write a song. We know all too well that there are a million ways to do things, and these are not necessarily the best. Everybody's going to be different. These might work for some people, they may not work for somebody else.
A lot of techniques are handed down from, generation to generation, so...
YouTube to YouTube.
Yeah.
So let's just get into this. Let's go over a couple basic things. Again, really quick, we're not into reviews. We're going to talk about the knife we're using really quick because we're actually quite surprised. We just purchased them. We like them. Twinsies. That sounded really badsies. And so we're gonna do that really quick, and then we're just gonna show you a couple quick techniques. Please note that in this video, we are not going to teach you techniques of how to do the particular things we're doing. Those will be later videos. This is simply knife safety. I have an itch in my armpit. I'm sorry.
My nose is running.
We're doing great out here, guys.
It's cold.
It is a nice day. So I'll go over the first one. Rule 1.
Sounds good.
It's not a rule actually, but what should I say? What's the right term here, Blair, that I'm looking for?
Step
1.
Step 1.
Our opinion 1, we'll say that, so nobody can yell at us in the comments section. Opinion 1, your knife, as well as any pistol you carry, and you will learn in any class, that it should stay sheathed and or holstered at any time until you are ready to use it. That goes the same for a knife. This knife should be sheathed at all times until you are ready to use it. Should stay in the sheath. Really easy to cut yourself moving from one location to the other. I have done it countless times. Blair, she probably does everything perfectly, like she always does.
Not so much.
But just moving from one place to another, I've done it, taking 10 steps, moving, 20 feet to go grab another log or something for the fire.
Maybe you've got something in your hand and you're walking across and you don't notice and you cut yourself. I mean, it happens.
It happens.
It doesn't have to be a big gash. It could be just scratch. But regardless, it should have a sheath on it.
Yeah. Because in a survival situation, a small gash can be a major gash. And it'll be a major gash on your self-esteem, your looks. Can you imagine if you survived and you had a small gash on your finger? Goodbye to the ladies, huh, guys?
That's quite the survival story. I got a gash.
Please, if I cut myself, don't come find me. I'm calling it quits.
So just keep it sheathed.
That could be taken more than one way.
Okay.
So, we're going to keep our knife sheathed. In my line of work, on the side I work as a firefighter, as many of you do know. I've seen half a dozen injuries due to knives and sharp objects, and it comes down, unfortunately, it's a hard point to argue. It comes down to one main point, and that really, I'm just going to keep saying really because I'm stuttering, comes down to complacency. And unfortunately, that's just kind of what we tend to see in that field. It's not usually a novice who cuts themselves. It's more of the people who have advanced training, maybe not training, but people who use their knives a lot. You know, get
They
in their
become too
mind.
familiar with it, and you know they can. You have to respect your weapons, regardless if it's a gun, a knife,
Or tool.
or tool.
Some people call it a tool.
Have respect for it, and don't become complacent. Stay humble.
It scares me that she just called it a weapon.
Well,
I have to go to home with this lady later.
all right. Let's talk about sharpening.
All right, let's do sharpening first. So, always stay sheathed. Next point, we're going to do something basic with sharpening. Now again, we're not going to go over how to sharpen a knife correctly. That'll be a later video. I simply want to point out, place it here. I hope it's within the screen. It should be. Actually move so I don't do it towards Blair.
Oh, thank you.
But we're going to
Appreciate
place,
that.
you know, our stone here. Now, anytime we're sharpening, whether you're on a table, you know, you can be sitting down on a table, it's fine. All I'm going to show you is that you're keeping your entire body behind the line, and on the knife, the line is the beveled edge. It's going to be your sharp end of the knife. So, taking this, you're placing it down on your stone. Keep a firm grip on the handle at all times. Go ahead and place it at your correct angle, whatever you guys like to do. There's, you know, a good 3 or 4 easy different angles that you can use. Take your other fingers, place them behind the blade. Some people place them on. If you're going to do that, I would recommend using your thumb, because your thumb will act as a stabilizer to not let your fingers slide. So, however you like to do it. Now, when you go ahead and sharpen, use smooth but committed strokes. That's very important. If you tend to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not second guess, but
Hesitate?
hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I bring her around, guys. This is the only reason why she's in my videos.
I'm just the source. His dictionary.
That's it. So if you tend to hesitate, that could be a time when injuries do happen. So go ahead, take your blade, your hands, and push. Nice, smooth, committed strokes. Same thing here. Hands, all body parts behind the line, pushing.
That includes
committing to your
girlfriends
strokes.
too. Stay
Yep.
behind.
Everything stay behind the blade. Okay? I'm now going to reach for my sheath, which I should have kept closer to me, and sheath my tool / Blair's case weapon. Blair?
Sorry. My grandpa was a SEAL and in the CIA and all that stuff. I don't know. Stuff rubbed off. I don't know. Okay.
Go
So
over
now,
some cutting techniques.
in cutting, again, just as Chad said, unsheathing, and we want to make sure we have committed strokes and all our body parts are behind the blade. So we're going to, again, I'm not going to whittle towards Chad here. We're whittling away. Pushing the blade away from your body, keeping your appendages, all your digits behind the blade, and commit to your strokes. And I put my hand here on the back of the knife,
Or thumb.
or your thumb, exactly, that's what I mean to say. My thumb on the back of the knife, and push. So I have a little bit more control. I have a good firm grip, and I push slightly down with my thumb to be able to really commit to that cut as I go down.
That's a good little knife. I'm glad we purchased
It
that.
really is.
This
I
knife,
like it.
we went to Walmart, the old Wally World, and I won't lie, I was going to purchase a different knife. It's from the Gerber family. But I've owned a couple SOGs, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'll try it. I grabbed it. It instantly felt beautiful in the hand. This is the SOG Ace. As you can see, it has, it's a straight blade all the way through. It does not have any serrated teeth on it, which is good. For me personally, in a survival situation, I love the complete straight blade. It just works nice. It's nice and sharp. Felt great in the hand. Nice rubber. The handle where your fingers sit have nice indentations. The thumb has a nice spot to sit, and then in the front finger guard, it actually sits down quite nice. A nice little tine there
That is really nice.
to kind of keep the finger protected
Yeah.
from sliding.
And you could put it here, but you don't have to. I'm very comfortable with that back there.
When I I was going to show you this really quick.
Sorry.
You're fine. So like Blair was showing you with the thumb, you can sit here and you can push and whittle, just like she was doing, just like that. Nice, smooth, straight strokes. If you ever need to work into the wood, you can put your finger into that little grip, and most knives have this. You can put your finger in there, thumb on the tip up here, and you can really do some fine work. This is really good if you want to feather stick something. You can get some nice feathering on your stick. So shorter, more demanding of control is a great thing for doing simple little procedures like that, to where when you're holding farther back with less leverage, you tend to want to shoot through your feathering of that stick. So, any other points you have?
I don't think so. I think those are some pretty basic things for knife safety.
The only thing I can say is practice the basics.
Yes. Practice the techniques that work for
A
you.
lot of serious businesses, the fire department, we practice the basics. Military practices the basics.
Yep.
Really good Fortune 500 companies practice the basics, even if it has to do with being on a computer.
Keep coming back to the basics.
And you can never be too safe. And always remember, knife safety starts with you. Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. See you guys later on Chad's Walk with Wildlife channel.